because, bitch, I don't need your med spa, bitch. I don't need your med spa. Get the fuck out of my face and get your coffee and leave. You need to leave, okay? Oh my god, I don't even know how to start this video. I haven't looked at it, but it has to at least been half a year. Sorry, guys. Sorry. But my hair is shorter. That's what I was gonna say, because no one knows this, but I've been dyeing my hair since the pandemic. And after 5 years of dyeing my hair back to back, it used to be really blonde. I might insert a photo to show you guys. Not even blonde, I would say like kind of an orangish, because I didn't ever do like the toning part where you kind of lighten the blonde so it doesn't look so like coppery, but whatever. That eventually caught up to me. Like, I started noticing damage, like I want to say, yeah, about 6 months ago, like after I started when I started working 2 jobs, like I really started noticing the damage at my ends. Like, literally, I would look at an individual strand of hair and see either a split end or like holes within the ends of my strand, as in the chemical processing I did to my hair broke into my hair so much that the strand wasn't even a full strand all the way. There was like holes, as in like if I were to just tug at it, it would just snap right off. So I cut a lot of that damage off, and believe it or not, I still find damage in my hair. I don't think anyone cares, but I just wanted to note that, because now looking back at old photos, of course, I noticed how big and luscious my hair is. So this video I'm making because I wanted to do a life update, because I haven't been on here in a long time, and that was not intentional. I felt like
I would constantly think about posting on YouTube, but every day would pass, and I would look at my last video, and I'm like, fuck. A month goes by, fuck, 2 months. Next thing I was like 6 months. I'm like, dang.
It's really been that long since I posted. Like, what the hell? It's because my life is a roller coaster. A few things have improved, but a lot of things have not been good. The thing with social media is everyone wants to show you the good part of their lives and like the best part of their lives and show you that they're living their best life. But I have to be honest, 2025, or honestly, ever since I moved back home from college, like I feel like my life has just not been as cool or exciting. Yeah, no, like I definitely feel like this channel for me has really just been me like spilling out my guts and being real as fuck or something. But honestly, it feels so good to finally just turn on the camera and talk. Like, there's probably going to be heads up for the people who don't like this. There's probably going to be minimal editing in this, because I just need to get this out. Like, I'm really trying to come back, and like I'm not trying to do that again. I'm not trying to disappear again. Like, I didn't even mean to do that in the first place. But let me just start from where like the last time you guys saw me. I started working 2 jobs. I believe I was working at a jewelry kiosk, and I was also working for a big company that makes really nice coffee machines that you typically see at hotels or like at work. Or I've never worked so hard in my life. Like, I've never worked like, I guess, demandingly. Like, I thought 2 jobs, it was going to be like split 20 hours for each job. No, there were days where I think it's happened to me, well, including my other job when I worked at this boutique hotel off the beach. Like, I've literally had multiple stints where I worked 2 weeks in a row, no days off. Like, that happened, including that one couple of times it happened when I was working at the boutique hotel. It's happened at least 5 times. I'm not even joking. I feel like this is insane for me. Like, I'm a grinder, but like that kind of grind was like very stressful on my body. Like, my body was not reacting well when I worked every single day, waking up, going to work, no days off. Like, I was literally on no days off, but like I had to, because these jobs, they're not super high paying, and like I have a lot of bills, so it was just kind of like, well, you gotta work your ass off, because what else are you gonna do, especially if I want to upkeep this lifestyle that I'm living, which more on that later about this lifestyle that I'm living. But yeah, so after I started working consistently, and I was working so much, I was so drained. Like, at the time, I quit Ganj, and I had like, I don't know if I want to say it was like quitting, but it was like a mix of everything, but probably stress, and I couldn't even tell you exactly what it was. But I had the craziest reaction where I broke out. It's cleared up now, but you could still see some scarring. I've been using this product that's like done so many wonders to my face. Like, oh my god, it's actually really clear now. All you can see is just scarring at the moment. But so sigh relief. Yeah, my skin got really, really bad, to a point where I would be checking customers out at the coffee job, and people would be like it was kind of rude, but this lady was like, I run a beauty spa. Here, take my card. We can help you with that. Like, bitch, first of all, take your damn coffee pods and leave, because I never asked you for, like, anyway, I was really offended, actually. I was very, very offended, because, bitch, I don't need your med spa, bitch. I don't need your med spa. Get the fuck out of my face and get your coffee and leave. You need to leave. Oh, that's another thing. I did double shifts. So there was days where I would literally wake up, start my shift at 10 a.m., and I wouldn't leave the mall until 9:30 p.m. when the mall closed. Or if I was working at the coffee shop, closing would take a little bit after work. So I was literally at work for 12 hours. I did 12-hour days. Like, it was insane. Like, the thing is, it's not that bad because it's like kind of like brainless work that you're doing, or you don't like, it's not like the actual work itself isn't stressful. It's just doing, like, working that much just is a toll on your body. Like, it was so bad. And also too, I was on like a weight loss journey at the time, because even now, like, guys, I lost a few pounds, but it was after I gained the weight back. I was standing. Okay, let me stop being crazy. I was standing, like, I don't know, I was working so much, I couldn't, like, cook at home. Like, I feel like a lot of my progress was from cooking at home, being able to be consistent with just, like, my movement, daily activity, working out outside of work. But when you're working 14 days straight, or like 12-hour days, like, I would just come home and like collapse on my bed, which is currently covered by because there's laundry there. I just didn't want you guys to see that mess. But yeah, I would just come home and it was disgusting. Like, sometimes I wouldn't even be able to get in the shower. But actually, I don't know if I should be saying that. I shower, guys, I swear. But I'm just saying, like, has anybody ever felt the exhaustion to a point where they've worked so much where you just come home and collapse into your bed? Because that was me, unfortunately, and I hated it. I hated every second of it. I felt like disgusting. And then on top of that, yeah, I was like gaining, like, I think I gained like stress weight that I've now lost. So now I'm back at like I think I was 138 when the last time I was on here and I was talking about my progress, and I was trying to get back to like, when I first moved back down and I was in college and I was in the best shape of my life, I was like 125, 130. And at that point, I was 138. So I was very close to my goals at that point. I stepped on the scale after, okay, that's another thing. The coffee job was a seasonal job, so it ended. It was from October 6th to January 13th or something like that. And yeah, after I did that, I stepped on the scale finally, because I didn't want to step on the scale when I was on that job, because I wasn't working out. I would try to walk every once in a while, but I was just not really being active. And I was like eating mall food, or sometimes I would cook and bring food to work, but I just felt like there was like a lot of like junk food around me. The job would constantly provide us snacks, or like during the holidays, there was like a stint, like every weekend of December, they were providing us meals, like free meals. And girl, I took the free meals, but those free meals were not low calorie. I would pick the healthiest option they would provide us. For example, it would be things like Panera bread, but still, like, it would it would just be like little things, like, like when you eat out, it's just more calorie dense because they put more oils, more sugars, more whatever, more sodium in the food, and then you're more exposed to treats. And like, I was having a real hard time saying no. Even like the job, every birthday for every employee, they would buy a big ass chocolate cake. Now, sometimes I wouldn't have a slice, but sometimes I would have a tiny slice. Like, I was also trying not to be too hard on myself at that time, because what woman isn't? Or maybe there are some women who just never have body image issues. Good for you. But me at that time, I was trying not to be like too hard on myself, because I was already I just couldn't even. I'm like, bro, I can't say no to chocolate cake right now. I'm on day 12 of working every single day out of 14. I'm gonna have a slice of cake. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was eating my feelings, girl, or boy, whoever. I've eaten my feelings before. Okay, yes, I'm one of those people. Like, those people who are like, oh, I'm so sad I can't eat. No, bitch. No, I get so excited to eat. Like, what we eating? Okay, sorry guys. I don't know, I'm like in a good mood. Okay, let me just continue. So yeah, working every day, miserable, working at the jewelry kiosk, living my best life. I mean, I was just living my life, I guess. So, and it was just very hard to oh, right, that's what I was talking about when I stepped on the scale. But I knew when I was working that job, like, I want to say a month in, I felt myself getting thicker, and I was like, ooh, this is not good. It's not good, girl, because you just lost this weight. Now it's coming back. Oh, it was just not good. So I'm not gonna lie, I felt insecure. I felt like I couldn't, not that I couldn't show my face. Like, I don't even think anybody care. Like, this is like a personal thing. Like, I feel like people who look at you, like, they're not looking at like you and me, like, oh, look at how she, oh, look at that, you see that? Like, no one's like looking at me the way I'm looking at me, and I know that, and I still let that affect me. It's not good to let like it affect you, but I did, and so that made me step away. And I think just being overall, like, outside of the body image issues, like, overall, I think I just stepped away because I was stressed. Like, I swear 2025 that was like the worst year of my life, unfortunately. I hate to say it, because I want to be like, yeah, girl, I'm living my best life, like, things are great over here, in South Florida, Florida girl at the beach. No, I live 5 minutes away from the beach, and I was not at the beach, I was working, like, and that's okay. Like, I definitely believe in hard work, but I feel like it was just different because I went from a corporate job where I was working regular 9 to 5 hours and getting paid like double. No, maybe not double, but like, I was getting paid like 25% more and working way less. Like, so, and it was like it was such a drastic change how I'm working more, but I'm making way less money, which I knew, like it's not like I didn't know that as I was going into it, but it was like that was the only choice I had at the moment. Well, not the only choice. It was just what, I don't know, I decided to do. And yeah, that wasn't fun. And now fast forward to last week, the last day of the jewelry chaos was Monday, because guess what? They closed down. This is the second job I've worked for within the past, yeah, in the past 12 months that I have been laid off, which is a sign of economy, mind you. And I know a lot of people are going through it. There's a lot of people who aren't going through it, which was very much put in perspective for me, because living in South Florida, Miami, there's a lot of money here, a lot of wealth. There's also regular people too. Not saying that the rich people aren't regular, but like we're like the coffee people, the coffee pod people, customers that walked in, they're very much higher tax bracket. Even at the jewelry store, higher tax bracket. Like during the weekdays, all these people like walking around the mall, not at work, hella money, walking around with designer shopping bags, designer, like you could just like people just have money. I'm like, dang, like it was crazy to see like how drastic I'm living versus like the person in the higher tax bracket is living. And I know a lot of people are facing that, especially me. I'm 25. I know a lot of people, like I know I'm just not the only one. I know because I have friends, family, like we're all kind of going through the same thing. But then there's also just that other percentage, smaller percentage of people that are doing really well right now. And I'm gonna be real, like I thought I was gonna be one of those people, and I still feel like I can be, but 2025, no, girl, that was put your head down and suffer. But I feel like all of this happened to me because I'm supposed to be learning something from this in some fucked up way. Thanks, universe slash God slash. I'm not religious, okay? Whatever. Um, sue me. Sorry, I'm a little like hyper today. I went for a 25-minute run in 87-degree weather. Like I'm so fucking. Oh, yeah. So that just has me a little like turned up a little bit. I'm really tired of this lifestyle that I'm living right now. Corporate, take me back. Take me back. So I was applying for corporate jobs and multiple interviews, made it to like the final round. Like and mind you, I was looking at 50 to 80K paying jobs, and I thought I was so close to this job that was at least going to pay me 50K. And then by the end, they're like, oh yeah, we really like you, we'll keep you in mind for future things, but there was just another candidate that we happened to choose. Like basically they sent me like this long email talking about how much they appreciated me, but you didn't hire me, and you made me go through this 3-round interview, and the last interview was literally a 2.5-hour panel where I went into like individual meeting calls with 3 different people for 30 minutes each. That's another thing. Why the fuck? Why are people making you do all this and then they're not gonna hire you? And then they're not gonna hire you. Like, ooh, like sorry, but that's not like, stop. Like, do you really need to like? It's just BS, y'all. Like, I know y'all know how the job market has been. It's been actual BS. BS. Wait, why did I say BS? What is wrong with me? I went 5 months, guys. I went 5 whole months. 30 times 5. Guys, stop it. Don't judge me because I didn't know how to do the quick math just now. But 30 times 5. How many days I was sober from the ganj? And mind you, there was days I didn't care, and then there was days where I would smell it like on the streets, and I'd be like. I smell it. Like literally, I was like, I mean, it was good. Like I felt clear-minded, but I'm not gonna act like I haven't been a stoner for the past 7 years. Like that, like I'm not a drinker, guys. So like my vice of choice is stoning it up. I did pick up the ganj again, and then literally as soon as I picked up the ganj, I started smoking every single day for like 3 months straight, and then I recently stopped this past Wednesday. Like I can't wait. Actually, maybe it's been 2 weeks. I don't know how long it's been. This time I didn't date it because like now that I know I can go a really long time without it, I'm not about to date it again. Like I'm just sober again. It's been about, I don't know how long it's been, but it's almost been I don't know how long it's been, guys. But not gonna lie, when I was smoking, did I enjoy every single second of it? I sure did. I sure did. Like I don't know. Like I don't think I could ever fully like say, oh, we it's so bad for you. Like it's gonna ruin your life. You're gonna be a lazy. I don't think that because I'm not a lazy f. Like it's like I'm just not lazy. So I don't know. I can't fully like say, oh, I denounce it. I will never do it again. I will never touch it. I'll never touch weed. Like sorry, no, I'm not gonna say that. Now I feel like at this point, I feel like alcohol is still worse than the cannabis. Okay. I think that's worse. And that's also why I don't really drink like that. Like, I'll have a drink once in a blue moon. Now, like, am I saying, like, I'm not going to be that girl, like, at an event or a party, like, they're passing out champagne glasses. I might take a sip. I might not finish it. Or, like, let's say I go out, because I do go out once in a blue moon, like, especially if I have, like, a party friend. Then, I mean, like, at my last job, I did end up getting really, like, at the jewelry job, I got along really well with two girls there, and we ended up becoming friends outside of work. So I ended up going out with one of the girls there because she was definitely a party girl. She'd always come to work and talk about how she was out until 4 a.m. and all this stuff, just living her best life, just having fun, right? We're young, and so I was like, you know what, girl, I'm gonna come with you one of these nights, and I did have legit. No, I had one margarita, and then I think it was like Don Julio and coconut water mixed together. Yeah, so like I'm not saying I'll never drink, but that was my first drink, I want to say, in like several months. I couldn't even tell you the last time I drank. I don't even go out. I'm not really a party girl either. I like to dance at home in the mirror. But sorry, this video is like all over the place. Like, what's the topic? Oh, life update. This is a life update. So yeah, back to when the Nespresso job stopped. So the Nespresso job stopped. I'm working this part-time job. I'm barely making any money, and I'm delivery driving, but that's not really adding up because, as you know, gas prices have been skyrocketing, and honestly, these delivery apps are not paying out the way they used to, and I can say that from experience because I've been using them since 2021, and back when I lived in a small town in Tallahassee during college years, I was actually able to deliver a handful of hours a day. And if I delivered every day for a handful of hours, I was able to make rent, my groceries, everything, pay for everything. Because I think at one point I was working another job and then I quit, and then I accidentally relied on that. But I was like actually good. And then I was also like making money off of like my little side creative projects, and that was sustainable. But when I tell you the payout was way higher than what it is now, like it's not even like worth doing anymore. It's really not. So that's the thing. I can't rely on that, and I don't want to rely on that. I'm kind of sick of like every month I'm chasing to pay my bills because that's pretty much been my life for nearly the past 2 years now. Yeah, so it's like, yay, I have this nice fun studio apartment, yay, to myself. I love being to myself, but it's also like, girl, you don't do nothing but live to pay for this. Like, that's all you do. And it's not even in a fun way. It'd be different if I was like making money doing something that I liked, but no, girl, it was pretty ghetto for me. Like, and that's the thing, I'm not trying to like sit here and lie to y'all and be like, oh yeah, my life is great. Like, I don't want to like I would never do that. I would never I'm just not. I'm not a good faker. Like, I'm not a good like pump faker. Like, I want to be authentic with my content. I want to be honest with you guys. I don't want to like. I'm just not into like the whole pretending my life is something that it's not, and I don't think I'm good at that. Like, I feel like people look at me and think that my life is something that it's not, but or maybe they don't, but it's not. It's just not. So yeah, that job ended, and this year, starting January 3rd, once I realized I gained all the weight because I was like, oh, I didn't even tell you the number. So I went from 138. By the time the job was over at Nespresso, I stepped on the scale and I was like 150. I went from 138 to 150. Okay, and some of that was probably water weight when I weighed myself because I think right now I'm 147. No, I'm 140, 147, 148. Like when I weighed. So I've lost a little bit of it, not really. Girl, I'm basically back where I started. Like, this was low key my starting weight when I first started losing weight, but that's fine, right? I mean, I'm way more consistent now. So I always wanted to pick up running or jogging. I'm not like running full speed. No, baby. I'm just being consistent with running, right? Like jogging. Slow jog nonstop. Like, I can jog nonstop for 30 minutes straight, no matter the weather, and hot ass weather too. I feel like I'm actually probably way more like, no tea, no shade. Like, okay, I'm not my goal weight, but I'm definitely like fit girl. Like, don't like, okay, like this is kind of like, and that's the thing, I know it's vanity weight, and there's a lot going on with body stuff, with like Ozempic and all of that. Like, I'm not into that. I'm a very natural girly, as you can tell. I'm not even wearing makeup. I don't know how to do makeup. If I did, I probably would wear makeup, maybe, I don't know. But I also am like natural hair. I don't wear weaves like that, not because I have anything against them. I think a bust down is very cute. Oh yes, or sometimes like the nice, like, I just low key, the only reason why I don't think I'm doing all those things is because I just don't have the extra money to spend. Even my nail, like, I don't do my, very much a natural girly, right? So it's not like I'm tempted to like go after any of that stuff. I actually met people in real life on the Ozempic who were not like overly obese. Like, they just wanted to take it because they don't like work out or do none of that. They just wanted to get skinty or whatever, and like, good for you. But that's not really my goal. I think I just want to be a bit toned, as they say, but that's all that is just losing fat. I'm not trying to lose weight, guys. So yeah, I guess I'm like, lose weight is like very general. I don't want to lose my muscle mass because I have some. I've been working out again. What am I flexing right now? Okay, sorry, that was really like, girl. But I swear, like, I know there's muscle mass in there. Like, if I just like lost a little bit of fat, I would look a little bit more athletic, and I was an athlete growing up, so I think that's the reason why I have this ideal image of me in my head, because I have been fit my whole, like, or I've been into just activities my whole life. Like, even through college, I was skateboarding, I was biking, I was walking, I was doing yoga. I wasn't really lifting any weights. All throughout high school, I played on 2 volleyball teams. I played club volleyball outside of school, and then I played I went from JV to varsity because I played from 10th to senior year volleyball, and then middle school I played soccer. I was a cheerleader. I've done dance. Like I've just always been like most people growing up. Maybe not everybody, but I grew up like having those extracurriculars. So through college, I always like I just continued that, and I really like mentally how it feels when I work out versus when I don't. And I feel like that's also why I was very depressed over the time where you guys haven't seen me, because I was not active, and that played a lot in like just like my mental space, especially like working as hard as I did and not seeing like just working so hard and not seeing like results in terms of like finance and like material, not even body wise, like just out like, there's just a lot of things. And then on top of that, now my hair is shorter, so I'm bigger, my hair is short, like I don't know, I was, maybe I sound vain as hell, I don't know, but I'm just being honest with like my experiences. But yeah, I started running once a week starting January 3rd, and then I recently upped it to 3 times a week since May. So May I ran 10 times, and I think I'm sitting at, for the whole entire year, I'm sitting at a total of like 8 hours and some change of running. And I'm now like I was always doing like 20-minute runs minimum, averaging 20 to 23 minutes. And mind you, my pace, it was like my fastest pace when it was colder, like February when it wasn't that hot, I would be able to run, and I would do I would do like a 10 to an 11-minute mile. But when it's hot, like the way it is, like I looked at my stats, I ran a 15-minute mile today. I'm also actively in a deficit again, so maybe that has something to do with it, like maybe not having as much, I don't know, but every day is different, and I'm not really going for speed. I just wanted to be consistent with this, and I kind of learned how to finally run 2024 when I did Orange Theory for 3 months, because that was back when I was living with my mom and I was working the corporate job, and I had all this extra money I could spend. What was it? I think I was spending 176 a month for unlimited access to Orange Theory, and I would go 3 times a week. And I don't know if anyone's been to Orange Theory, but it's pretty much like you do. There's like the rowers, there's the weight floor where you're doing free weights, and then there's the treadmill. So basically, you'd start in any group, like depending on where you wanted to start, you could just go. Like if you want to start at the weights, you go to the weights. If you want to start at the treadmill, you go to the treadmill. If you want to start rowing, you start rowing. And then like throughout the class, like each group of people would switch, and you would do that. And there was one trainer for the whole entire class, but it wasn't like a big class, and he would be giving the treadmill people directions. You could either be a walker, jogger, or runner, and like it was all based on like different zones of cardio. Maybe I'm getting too like fitness-y in this, but like yeah, you'd either be doing zone 2 cardio, zone 3, zone 4, and it was just like a lot of that. And then you'd get on the rower, and then there'd always be a different kind of workout set every single time you came. It was awesome, I loved it. But once I moved out, I could not, like literally I cut I cut that as soon as I moved into here. And I think I did like a few classes while I was living here, and then after that I was done with that. And I remember even looking back at the photos, I saw like I definitely built muscle mass from that time, and I'm glad I did. But yeah, that was, I guess I say all that to say, that was my introduction to running. After I finished taking that class, that was the first time in my life I was ever able to say that I could go 20 minutes, at least 20 minutes nonstop at 5.5 miles per hour. Like that was never like a thing for me, I think, in the past, like ever. I actually remember trying to run with my mom as a kid because she used to go on runs in high school. She was like a long distance runner, and I remember wanting to join her as a kid. And I just remember running during school or for volleyball, and my chest would literally be burning, calves burning. I was literally dying. So I'm like, how the F can anybody like running? Like actually, how could anybody do this for fun? But I will say, once you get past that initial point of like, and your body gets acclimated to running, it's actually pretty enjoyable, especially if you're not going for speed or anything, and you're just like doing it to get your mind off of things. You really get a good like pump, that blood circulation going, like it feels really good. And then I made a jogging playlist, put on some like tunes that get you hype, like that stuff that makes you want to be like, hey, like honestly, it's a good time. I'm telling you, like it really is low-key a good time. Like it sounds crazy to say, but I'm telling you, get past that hard part where it gets easier and you're not actually worried about, like, I think at this point, oh shoot, I just realized that I don't think my calves burn. Yeah, no, my calves definitely don't burn anymore. I feel like I remember I would run and I would like look at the time, seeing how long I had, about like maybe 3 to 5 minutes in. I don't even bother to look at the time until it's like 10 minutes in. I'll look at the time, and that's when I think I might finally start trying to put in effort to like keep going. Not even. I think this time when I was jogging, I really like was looking at the time, counting down at 18 minutes. So I can say I could cruise, do a quick like a chill cruise jog in 87-degree weather before like freaking out and being like, okay, wait, when is this gonna end? Kind of thing. Or not even when it's gonna end, but like, yeah, I think guys get what I'm saying. So it's been 6 months now, because it's June, since I've been running, and I'm averaging like 1.1 runs a week for the whole entire year. But like I said, I've been running 3 times a week since the beginning of May. So I'm really proud of myself about that. I've also been very consistent about doing my at-home Pilates. I have like mats and weights and things like that. So we're on the grind. I'm back cooking at home. I'm back eating my meals, and I've already lost at least the initial water weight because I think at one point I've even saw 155 like on the scale, not I think, I did. It's embarrassing for me for some reason. That's just like the biggest I've ever been. And I guess my whole life, I guess I've been relatively, I guess what people would consider tiny, especially in today's day and age where most of the America is obese. I feel like that's going to change because I feel like health is a trendy thing now where it's cool to be healthy. It's cool to want to be fit. I'm not trying to be like a scrawny little nothing. Like I want to have body. Of course, I want to have tone, and I know how important muscular, like having muscles, is the older you age because your muscles do like go through atrophy the older you get if you're not working out. And like the people who like the older geezers that like fall down and break their hip, they're falling down and they're breaking their hip because they don't have muscle mass. So again, I'm not into that promotion of unhealthy weight loss. Like I'm not trying to do that. Clearly, I don't think I look. I just don't want anybody judging me because I am talking a lot about fitness right now, but I think that's just because it's been my main thing. I am currently in between jobs, so I've been like interviewing for other sales positions since I'm out of work. I have been locking in, making sure I'm going for my runs, moving my body, taking care of myself, applying for jobs, and that's why now I'm back on YouTube because I'm ready to get back to consistently posting. Like I'm just trying to like get back to things. Like okay, while I'm out of a job, like I really don't have any excuse to not come on here and like do things because I have more free time in my day. Unfortunately, because this is not good, but yeah, that's the life update with that. The jewelry kiosk gave me a month notice that they decided that they were going to close all the brick and mortar stores down. But the one thing that I did get from working that job is I was closing down the store, so I got this cool ass. This is literally one of the like displays for the kiosk. I was able to take it. She's like, "Oh yeah, you guys could just take whatever you want," and because like the brand isn't like they were gonna throw this stuff out. So I was like, "Girl, I'm taking this. Like, check it out. Wait. It spins. Like it has my little jewelry. Like, isn't this freaking fire? Like, this is such a cool little jewelry organizer. That's the only thing I could say I got out of that job. Like, really, that's hey. Like, I lost the job. At least I could say I got a free coffee machine, and I got like a free like 6 month supply of coffee pods when I first started, and then I got that and free jewelry. You get free jewelry every single month. That's like probably the highlight of the past how many months. Unfortunately, that's all I have to say. It's been a lot of like just time by myself. I am kind of like not a loner because I clearly like I do have friends, but I don't really see them on a daily basis because we're all in the same position. We're all just trying to like get to a better place. And me, like I've been like I said, I've been focused on my health, my fitness, and grinding, getting a new job. So I feel like I really have a mindset from like being able to just be by myself and be on my own. Let me know if anybody can relate to that. But I'm glad to be back. I'm definitely gonna make more content that's not just sitting and talking. Like I want to make more creative content with like my sewing machines that you could possibly see in the corner right over there. Drawing, art. Like I really want to be back in my creative bag. I just haven't been, and eventually fashion too. But that's another thing with like gaining weight since 3 years ago and kind of like just keeping the weight for the past 2 years, kind of fluctuating 10 to 15 pounds. I don't fit on my favorite fashion clothes anymore. Not that they fit. It's just like it's not a flattering fit. Like I could get them on, but it's not to a point where I'm about to be showing you get readies with me yet. But I will show you a shirt that I thrifted. This is a shirt I've thrifted. I've had it for a very long time, but I think it's so cutesy. This is a kid's shirt. I think that it says 8Y on the back because it's for 8-year-olds, but that's okay. It's called a baby tee for a reason. Where do you think that came from? It came from girlies going to the thrift section and then getting kids clothes that fit like fitted tees. She's so cute. And then look at my little belly ring. Guys, I swear I'm not insecure. I know I was talking about things a lot, but girl, no, I'm a cute girl, okay? We're just trying to get back to business. Like, especially now that my skin has cleared up, like oh, let me tell you the lifesaver of color because I feel like this could apply to even if you're not African American or whatever, if you're just a skin tone around this shade, either a few shades darker, a few shades lighter, and you experience hyperpigmentation. Oh my, the thing is though, people have told me about this product before. Like I've been hearing about this product on the market, but when I tell you, they are not lying. It hasn't even been that long since I've been using it. I want to say this cleared up. My scarring was dark. Like I actually might insert a fake picture, but it's actually embarrassing. But my scarring was really bad, like to a point where I was at work and people were being like, here's my card, you should come to my beauty spa, we have chemical peels for that. Like literally, like people had the nerve to say something to me. That's how bad it was. And now it's to a point where it's like this, like girl, it's the discoloration correcting serum from Good Molecules, which I think is for people of color. The brand, I think they promote themselves to people of color. That's the product right there. Vitamin C, all that, none of that's really ever helped me. But what's helped me the most with clearing up my skin One is eating healthy. For me, I don't think I've always had hormonal acne. This is all hormonal acne scarring. I barely get whiteheads like that. Yeah, most of my acne is always hormonal scarring. I mean hormonal, especially around my period. I still get the occasional pimple or two. Like I'm not immune to that, but lowering my stress, lowering my sugar intake, lowering my processed foods. I think like that definitely spiked when I was working a lot because I just didn't have as much control like cooking wise. Yeah, like basically taking a step back. Oh, running. I think maybe running too has gotten my skin like this because I'm sweating all those toxins out. Low key, I think that's why my there's a lot of things that I've done, but the thing is too sunscreen. I've been wearing sunscreen though for like several years now. Where I go out, I put on sunscreen. This Elta MD, a dermatologist recommended to me years ago when I first, because this is not the first time I had a bad breakout and like had bad scarring afterwards. So like years ago when I had my first bad breakout, I think it was like 2021, 2022, and I went to the dermatologist and they prescribed me, those over the topicals that I think I was taking like azelaic acid and I was putting that on my face and like things like that. And then she told me, get this, Elta MD. This is going to save your life. Now, does it do white cast? It says no white cast. If you're brown, there's a little bit. But if you rub it in a little bit, it eventually goes away. I don't have it on right now. But I had it on earlier when I went for the run, but I showered and I just didn't put it on yet because I feel like by the time I go outside, the sun's going to go down. And I don't always try to put this on my face only because, again, I don't like the white cast and sometimes I just don't like putting that much product on my face. No, but I put this on. If I'm stepping out the house, this is on my face. Yeah, so I do. Honestly, my skincare is really simple. I wash my face with this Korean skincare brand. Actually, since we're like, I might as well just. This is the cleanser that I use. I get it from CVS or Amazon. It's a low pH Good Morning Gel Cleanser. CosRx. I've used their pimple patches. Really good. It's just very like non-triggering. Like this is really good. Like a very like chill wash. There's nothing crazy. Like it has tea tree oil. This is really good for me because it has tea tree oil. If you have acne prone skin, yeah, this will really do it for you. This is great. I love this. Yeah, so I wash my face with that. If I do have sunscreen on, I also started double cleansing. Actually, a while ago. It's been several months now. It's probably been a year since I've been using this, but again, I feel like I felt like I didn't have like this. I couldn't talk about this with my skin looking crazy, but now that my skin looks a lot better, I'm going to talk about it for anybody who might need help. I use this Clean It Zero. I love, again, another Korean skincare brand. I'm obsessed with Korean skincare. I'm not going to lie, guys. I really am. I think it's the coolest thing ever. Just because like I feel like the Koreans, they done perfected it. They lifestyle, like their beauty standards, they're like this. So, but that's why I trust their products. They don't play about that skincare. So, yeah. And then, so what I was doing to immensely clear this up, I swear I've only been using this consistently for like 3 months. This is my second bottle. My mom gave me the first one because that's the thing. I heard about a YouTuber talking about it, and then one of my coworkers at work said this worked for her, and then even my mom said this worked for her, and I think it just took like 2 people personally in my life telling me finally, because I think I even had this in my own, like I just didn't touch it. But bro, I started using this morning and night. Before I put on anything else, I would start with the serum, then I would do, this new moisturizer that I've been using that's so fire. Oh my god, this is actually, I was using a CosRx moisturizer before this, but there was, at the mall that I was working at, I don't work there anymore, but when I was working there, they opened up this, Korean skincare store. Like, literally when I tell you it's heaven walking in there, like, it's amazing. It's literally amazing. It's called Sakoshi. They're also online if you're interested. But, yes, one of my coworkers told me they opened up, and I was like, oh my god, I love Korean skincare, and I think I was running out of moisturizer at the time, so I ended up getting this bad boy, and I'm so obsessed. Like, I love how this makes my skin look. Purito Soul Oat and Calming Gel Cream, Oat Seed Water, Soothing Facial Gel Cream. It is a moisturizer. It's so good. I mean, look at, like, is my skin not glowing? Is it, I mean, okay, yeah, so that's I do wash, serum, moisturize, and then sunscreen. And then if I had sunscreen on that day before I wash, I do this. And that's my skincare routine pretty much. And I use this morning and night. Sometimes I might skip a day, or I might only use it morning or night. It just depends, especially like if I did have, because I still get breakouts every once in a while. If I do have an active breakout, I tend to use less products because I just noticed adding products to a breakout does not help my skin. I just feel like I need to like chill, and that usually helps if I just stick to moisturizer, sunscreen, let the breakout chill, put a pimple patch on it, try not to mess with it too much. I'm good, right? So yeah, that's my skincare routine. Okay, I'm definitely gonna cut this out and maybe just make this a separate video. So if you see another video and it's me in the same shirt, that's why, because this is now getting to 50 minutes, but I just had a lot to say. But maybe I should end it here, because how did I go from life update to skincare? What else do I have to, so I also might be moving. or I'm probably moving. I did put in a request to leave in about 2 months because I'm on a month-to-month lease, but they need a 60-day notice. And I gave that notice because after I lost my job again, or the job closed down, I was like, you know what? You know what? I'm tired. I am tired. I'm really tired. I'm tired of trying to pay rent. Like, actually, I didn't even say this, but I actually asked my mother if I could move back in with her in like December, and she told me no. She told me no. Okay, I don't think I ever talked about it on this channel. I love my mom. We have a complicated relationship, but we definitely don't get along living under the same roof, like, at all, which is just not good for either one of us. So I understand why she didn't want me to come back. Not because of me, but like, I don't know, like, I think we just, personality wise, like, we just clash heads. So yeah, she told me no, and so then I tried sticking it out, but because she told me no, and I still want to move out to stop paying rent, to just be able to catch up and like stack some bread and not feel like I have no money because every time it's going to bills, I asked my grandparents out in Atlanta if I could move in with them, and of course they accepted me with open arms because they're honestly like my second parents. They've raised me just as much as my actual biological parents. They are my biological grandparents. I don't know why I said it like that, but yeah, so in the next 2 months you might see me in Atlanta moving forward. That is my second childhood home. That's where my father lives. I went to school out there for a year when I was a kid in 4th grade. I was like 8 or 9. I lived out there for a year, and I have regularly been going there multiple times a year for my whole entire life. So this is not like a exciting new move, or as if I don't know the place, or this is something random to me. Like, this is like my second home. Like, I've always claimed Florida first because I've always preferred the Florida lifestyle over an Atlanta lifestyle. I like the beach, I like the weather, and like, I went to school down here. But yeah, so unfortunately, I think my apartment chapter is coming to an end. I just don't want to chase my bills anymore, and I'm really trying to get to a place where I can move out again. I don't plan to stay there forever. I plan to just stack bread, get a good job, and then move back out once I'm back on my feet. And either I might come back to Florida, who knows? I might even move to another state, or I might stay in Atlanta. I doubt I'll probably stay in Atlanta though, but nothing against Atlanta. Atlanta's a really cool city. I don't know. I just feel like I've always wanted to go to New York. I don't think I want to live in LA. I love LA. I've been there once. It was awesome. I would love to visit again. But, and even New York, I wouldn't want to live there until I'm like fat pockets full of money, you know? Like, I don't really want to go out there and struggle bust it because I struggle busted down here. And Florida is where New Yorkers go when New York is too hard. So what makes you think New York? I'm not ready for New York. But New York, I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you. And so, yeah, I'm working on consistency. This year for me is all about consistency. And that's why, even though we're already halfway through the year, the only thing I've been consistent with is running, girl. That's the only thing I've been consistent with, to be honest. Ooh, that's really sad. Let me stop. Guys, I hope you know I'm dramatic at this point. I hope you realize that I'm very animated. And I think I'm also just in a good mood because, like I said, running is the freaking best. Anytime you finish a run, no matter what it is, once you start and then you stop, like, it's just like any workout, like, you get the best high from that. That's another thing, being sober. But now that I'm actively working out, I was going through all that sobriety, but I was working those 2 jobs. It was kind of horrible, actually, but that definitely, now that I'm sober again and I'm working out so much, that definitely helps with, like, I guess, taking a step back from that. Now, am I back to being a little, like, sleepless because I recently just stopped? Yes, I get really restless at night. I'm struggling to get sleep, but I know, like, that's an adjustment, and eventually that goes away. My appetite has been non-existent this past week. I don't know if that's because of that, because the last time I quit, like I said, I've always had an appetite. If I didn't have appetite, I wouldn't even be talking about this, right? No, I got appetite. But for some reason, I don't know. I'm like, maybe now the weed is starting to affect. I don't know, but yeah, what else is there to say? I feel like I should just make another video because now it's about to be an hour. But if you're watching this after I've been gone for so long, I've seen some people like slowly subscribing too, even when I've been gone, and that just also made me feel like shit. Like, fuck, bro. Like, these people are subscribing to your channel, you're not posting anything. Like, what's the point? You know? So I'm back. I'm back, and I'm better. That sounded horrible. Okay, I need to go.